Tutorial cancelled, sorry. It's just going to be me just scratching his head for 10 minutes. Look how shiny his nose is. That's drool that he is like somehow got up onto his nose. Okay, you good? Bye-bye. So before I begin, I never really thought I'd be saying this, but this video is sponsored by Elgato. Yes, yeah. They've sent me a few products, one of which is this. The Wave 3. They basically just asked me, would you be interested in making any tutorials with any of our products? And I was like, yeah, I would. Getting your audio balance right for going live is one of those perpetual things. It just consistently seems to crop up. A lot of people have difficulty with making their audio just sit right. They want their mic to sit right. They want the mix of their teammates to sit right. And even when you think you've got it all right, there will be someone in chat that says, I can't hear your teammates, or your game's kind of loud, or you're kind of quiet. It happens, and it's not your fault. It's just difficult to get it right. This kind of feels like the answer to a lot of problems that I've had in the past. And I'm going to go one step further and use integration and automation to make this on a per scene mix. Let's take a look. So when you install Wavelink, after you've got your wave and stuff set up, go into your sound panel. You can see in playback and in recording a whole bunch of new sources that you can mess with. And so you've got the headphones, which is going to be your headphone mix. The Wave 3 itself has a jack on the back of it that you can plug into, although it is optional. And you can see here there's auxiliary 1, 2, browser, game, music, sound effects, system, voice chat. It really outlines everything you would ideally need in your setup for a stream that's going to have a lot of different audio sources going in and out of it. So here you can see I've got 3 scenes starting soon, just chatting and gaming. I've got multi-actions for each of these over here. So each multi-action will switch to the scene you can see the name of, but it'll also do a lot of things for the submix within the wavelink up here. And I'm going to show you that right now. So I'm on starting soon, but I'm going to hit just chatting, and I want you to take note of the music mix here and just notice how it changes whenever I hit just chatting. So I'm going to hit just chatting now, and it comes down to a level where the signal of my microphone is strong enough that it doesn't have to battle with the signal of the music. It's also a lot quieter for me. As you can see here, this is the monitor mix and this is the stream mix. So that works better for me, so I'm not like trying to hear myself speak over the music. And as we switch into the gaming scene, take note of the game signal and take note of the voice chat signal. Namely these bars here below them, which are both set to 0. And it's brought up the game audio and it's brought up the Discord audio, and actually it's killed out the music entirely. If it's a really competitive game like Call of Duty or PUBG or Fall Guys, you might not need the music at all. You might just want to hear the audio that's happening. Maybe not Fall Guys, but you get what I mean. So if I go from gaming back into just chatting, you can hear the Discord audio and the game audio have faded out again, and it's brought back in the music. And this is all through the power of the Stream Deck and Wavelink working together with whatever you're using, be it OBS, Streamlabs OBS, XSplit, Twitch Studio. I haven't used that yet, but apparently it's something they support, so pretty cool. I'm going to break down each scene now just to explain how it's set up. So if we go to starting soon, and if I open up this multi-action, you can see I've got the switch to starting soon screen at the very top. After that, I've got the music mix going out to the stream set to 80%. I've got the music mix to my own monitors, my headphones set to 25. I've got game set to 0 for stream and monitor, same for Discord as well. Now if I just go back up here to quickly cover this, I've got the music input set here, and all you have to do to make sure that your actual music player, be it Spotify or media player, is to go up here when you have that app running, hit this button, And you can see here, I've got my music player set to wavelink music. Same rule applies for your game, your voice chat, anything else that you want to route into your wavelink. You set it up here initially, and then you can control it in here. So I've got the input as music, that's up here, and I've got the stream mix set to 80%. If I click that, you can see that's 80. And there is a fading transition of 2 seconds. So what that means is, if I go from my starting soon screen into just chatting, it's going to transfer from the current signal to the just chatting signal over the course of 2 seconds. So you see, that's all that is. So the next scene we want to look at is just chatting. I'm going to go in here, and if you see at the top again, it's just a scene change, but all the interesting wavelength stuff is below that. It's the same principle. I've just got the music lowered down for the stream so they can hear me a bit better. I've got my own monitor mix lower, game and voice chat still set to 0 because I don't need them on my just chatting scene. And if we go into the gaming scene, you can see here, I've got the gaming scene as the scene change, obviously, and then I have the music set to 0 for both stream and monitor. The voice chat comes up to 70%, and the game stream mix goes up to 65. But both of them, for me, are set quite low, because in Rocket League, I don't really need those volumes to be as loud. But you could have this the other way around if you're playing something competitively, and you want to hear your game a lot louder than what you want the stream to hear it, so that it's not too loud for them. That's the beauty of all this, because you can just set it up for you and your stream, and they won't get mixed up with each other. It's pretty good. And that is it. That is everything you need to get this up and running. It's that easy. This took me tops like half an hour to get everything up and running. And this kind of automation, to be able to hit a button and have all this stuff change on the fly, is so nice. All I'm really using for the majority of these actions in the multi-actions is the set input volume. Now you could use the mute, but the mute just kills it straight away. So set input volume will give you that transition, which I really, really like. The fading transition, it's just a production quality thing. And I think it's nicer to hear signals fade out than just cut hard. I've got a couple other things I just want to show before I wrap it up, and one of those is the reasoning I have my microphone muted and separated out into OBS. I do that so that I can then apply a compression filter to wavelength audio coming in. And what happens here is I use a compression filter and the sidechain ducking source as my microphone. You can see the audio of the wavelength down here. And when I'm speaking, it's not moving at all. But see, whenever I hit this compression button, watch that audio. Now, next time I speak, look how far down the audio goes. That there is quite a severe drop, so maybe put that to like 4 or something. It doesn't need to be as severe. But you can see there that when you speak, your audio around you dips down so that you're not fighting for the attention of your music, your game audio, your teammates' audio. When you say something and chat wants to hear it, they're going to hear it nice and clear. So one last tip is I actually, in this case, didn't use the desktop audio or the mic auxiliary audio channels in OBS. What I did was I added in the wavelength and the microphone as audio input captures. And the reason that I've done that is because when you switch between, say, just chatting and starting soon, if I go between those, there's no microphone in this, but what happens is my microphone gets removed from this, essentially muting it on stream. Now, the reason that is significant is because rather than just cut my microphone out as soon as the transition is finished, coming in the starting soon, it actually, because it's an audio input capture, it will fade it out over the duration of the fade. The same thing goes for other transitions. They will give you like a duration for it to go through, and you can change the audio settings as well so that you can get that fade. And what will happen then is if you're going, right guys, I'll see you later, and you go from just chatting to starting soon, it will fade your microphone out.